morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
I like the Alaskan pipeline.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh, that sounds so good.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Yeah. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that is good news.
Right out of the gate Wednesday, August 14th, 2024. My name's Corey Coven. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. There is Sauce. There is Zach Halverson. Chris Hockey is in Cleveland, Ohio. And there's Mark Parrish. Look, it's a different look with Chris in Cleveland, and you hear Mark at the start of the show, but this is nice.
Yeah, you know, I like to surprise you guys every now and then and show up on time. I don't want to brag, but I think this is 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe when Chris and Sauce were in Canton.
Yeah, have we checked out the hall? Is that where Hawk is?
We were trying to figure out. You were trying to figure out if you were going to get McDonald's for everybody, but now you did. But Chris was nice enough to say, I don't need any. I'm in Cleveland,
and I was impressed that he was awake.
Well, yeah, show starting.
Early riser. Yeah, but he's on the road. Yeah, man, being on a road trip means sleep in.
Not for me, brother.
Hey, Hawkster.
What's up, Hawk?
I'm really good, man. I'm trying to understand why my camera's not working on the StreamYard here. Other than that, everything's working perfectly. I'm at the team hotel on the very bottom floor. It's a beautiful day in Cleveland, Ohio, right across from the lake, whichever one that is. Looks like a big lake. Not sure. Looks real big. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's across the street, and the stadium's on the other side of the street, and here we are ready for a busy week of Vikings football in Cleveland, Ohio.
Well, we can barely hear you, so we might have to talk amongst ourselves and have you and Zach figure that out, because you're coming through, but it's just unbelievably quiet. You know, right, Sauce?
Yeah, I can't hear him very well.
Let me turn that up right there.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Hey,
is that better?
Daddy.
Yeah,
what's up, Hawk?
Problem fixed.
Hi.
Cool.
Is there echoes and stuff like that too?
Yeah, we can hear the echo, too.
That's weird.
Is that from your computer?
It might be. Let me check. How's that? Check 1, 2. No, it's not from my computer. Wow, this is going great so far.
I didn't hear the echo in Q. That's weird.
I know, isn't that weird?
What?
Checo, echo.
Zacco.
Checo, echo.
Zacco. Hello?
Rock and roll. Hello. I don't know.
That might have got rid of it. Yeah, I took it. It's coming from your computer.
It is.
Yeah, I took it.
That's weird because my computer. Yeah. Anyway.
There we go. Now it sounds great.
Yeah,
no echo.
I'm here.
No quiet.
All right.
Hugs, Daddy.
Yeah, now we're good to go.
Now we got it. Hi, guys.
Are we sure you're not
What's
down
up,
the
Hawk?
hall?
We're all fired up. What's that again?
Are we sure you're not down the hall?
I'm down a hall. I mean, I'm not sure which hall you're referring to, but I've got a big giant room all to myself. And as I was saying while I was echoing, I'm right across the street from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the football stadium in lovely downtown Cleveland. The Vikings flew in here last evening, and of course, an interesting day to be a Vikings fan. Pretty much par for the course, I guess you could say, to be a Vikings fan. Here we are again, guys.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Zach has been in mourning for almost 24 hours. I believe he has volunteered to help nurse J.J. McCarthy back to health.
Yeah.
You can have my knee. You can have both of them.
You can have your what again now?
Anything he needs.
Is that right?
Whoa.
So, by the way, just this is for the listeners and Mark. Mark, J.J. McCarthy is the rookie quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, and yesterday we found out he tore his meniscus.
Yeah, that was a bummer because I was wondering what was up with him. Monday night there was open practice, and they invited all the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders, alum, to come and have a little dinner and check it out and whatnot. And so I went out there, and that was kind of the only thing I was looking for was watching him to sling the ball a little bit. And he wasn't out there, and we couldn't figure out why until, and I heard the show yesterday, and obviously saw Zach and how disappointed he was and knew instantly what happened.
Yeah, you knew it was bad when he wasn't even seen at that practice.
Yeah, no
like
way.
if he just had like a sore shoulder, they would have just had him out there walking around and going through the motions.
Walk around.
But yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, 17 hours ago, Sauce tweeted, "Let's all say a pray for Zach Halverson today."
Oh, is it a pray?
You did say a pray. Yeah, you sure did.
I thought I meant.
Let's all say a pray for Zach
Well,
Halverson.
let's all say a pray.
Yeah.
Let's all say a pray for Zach Halverson today.
Let's
A
say
pray.
one pray. That's what I meant. Just one. We
just
wanna,
one.
We don't want to waste our praise. I pray for you, Zach.
Thanks for your praise.
Thanks
One of your praise.
You're doing a pray for Zach, but
one
not
pray.
JJ?
I prayed for him, but I'm praying for Zach. I feel bad for
That's
Zach.
multiple praise.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm not smart.
No. Hey, you wanted McCarthy. You got him.
Yeah, it sucks.
Your guy.
'cause-
Way to go.
Yeah, I was. Well, I mean, I don't know if he was going to start anyway, but yeah, I was looking forward to seeing him getting an opportunity, sling the ball. I'm excited. We finally got an opportunity to a franchise quarterback possibility here, so I'm pretty pumped. And I of course want to fast forward time and want him to be now.
Yeah, the thing though that I liked about Lieber called in yesterday to Brandon Molesky's show, 10 of B, the 10 of Fitzgerald, and his bit was like, just go for the full fix, right? Like you don't want the kid a year from now having issues with that knee. At this point, he's not going to play. It's Sam Darnold will start for as long as Sam Darnold will play. Just go through the full fix and give him the full knee procedure. Don't half-ass the thing.
Don't meat sauce it.
Don't meat sauce it. And hopefully he's better for next season.
Yeah,
That's it.
Give him plenty of time to rest.
Right.
Make sure he's not even 100. Make sure he's 110% before he's ready to go. And
Yeah.
we'll try and stay as patient as we can. Us Vikes
Now, as far as I
fans.
can tell, guys, you guys may have better information than me, but I'm sitting right here, just literally floors below people who would know for sure. But we don't know the extent of the injury yet, right? Is it a tear? Is
We
it a
do
total? Yeah. So I would guess there's an opportunity that maybe it's just a partial tear, and he's going to get that fixed. I have no idea. He played the rest of the game. Whenever he had the injury, nobody said a word about it after the game. So I'm wondering if it's a partial tear, and the reason he didn't come on this trip, if he's not on this trip with us, I can't confirm or deny. Don't nobody ask me. I can't confirm or deny. But maybe he's having surgery ASAP. Maybe it's a small little fix, and he'll be back in 4 weeks. Who knows?
Yeah, and that's what they're typically going to do anyway. Get you right in. Once they figure out what's wrong with you, get you under the knife and get her going.
Well, and as it was brought up yesterday, Karl Anthony Towns had the same surgery. He had a meniscus injury, and I think he missed
Imagine how
6
long that
weeks.
meniscus is. I bet his meniscus is as long as my leg.
I bet it is too, yeah. So, yeah, if they get in there and they're like, man, this isn't that bad, that's awesome. But if it's on the verge of bad, fix the whole thing. Don't just do the quick fix. Just fix the whole thing.
I hope they listen to you, Dr. Sauce.
I'm not a doctor, and I'm not smart enough to be one.
They're going to get in there and they're going to be like, I was just going to half-ass it here, but I heard that guy on the radio earlier.
Right, and he prayed for me.
Hey, Nurse Steets, did you hear Meat Sauce on the way here? Do you think he's right?
What's Nurse's first name?
Doctor, how does it look? Doctor, how does it look to you? It's not that bad.
I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and fix it all.
Yeah. I
Do the
hope he's
full knee
better.
replacement. Do it now.
Is there anything we can do? This looks like it's kind of torn, not completely torn. What do we do? What if we just all say one pray?
See?
And just
Not
hope it
bad.
all works out.
Please.
It's not bad. You get it, man.
Hallelujah. That's enough, guys.
That was too many.
That's it.
Don't go too far here. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sucks.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
It's okay, though. It's all right. We already had our quarterback set. We're okay. We still got our guy.
Yeah.
Part of
Right.
pro sports.
That's right. Tell him. Come on, man. Make us feel better, Mark Parrish.
Yeah, no, I mean it's got and meniscus. 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I think that's kind of on the worst end of it. I think you can get back a little quicker depending on the grade of the tear and whatnot he's got going on. But yeah, I mean this is going to happen. Everybody gets injured at some point in their career. It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when. He's just getting it out of the way early.
Yeah, man. Next meniscus up. That's what I always say.
Yeah. Yeah,
You do say that a
I've
lot,
heard you say that. Yeah.
Well, now we get 2 or 3 weeks of everybody pretending that they're excited about Darnold.
Right.
I am.
Thrilled.
Yeah, come on now. I don't know why you think I'm pretending. I'm excited. He looked fine. I mean, who knows? I mean, this is a guy who was a high draft pick. Maybe he comes out and he kills it for us. Who knows?
Well, now we don't have a choice, right? Now, I mean, if you're excited about the Vikings season, you have to be
Yeah.
hopeful that he can do something under KOC because we don't have an option. They're not going to Mullins or Hall. They got to go with Darnold. They gave him $10 million for a reason.
I would say Mullins stays on this team now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would bet that Jaron Hall is probably the third quarterback. Then they get somebody who probably gets cut here in a couple of weeks as their, practice squad quarterback. They'll keep 3 quarterbacks, I would guess.
Especially if McCarthy's out for the year, which is possible if they do the full
But it's also
repair.
possible he's not.
Yeah, it's also possible he's not, yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Everybody be cool.
We'll see.
Take a deep breath. Let's find out.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have people stopping by throughout the show whenever they start to wake up. Bursich will be down here in a little bit to give us his full breakdown. And, there's full practice here today. They'll be getting up and doing all their team meetings and all that jazz. And then a little bit later, we go over to the Cleveland facilities and actually have a team-on-team practice. So that'll be a little bit later today.
I'm not trying to put you in a bad spot, but you mentioned earlier you can't confirm or deny that J.J. McCarthy's on the trip. I wonder, why does it matter? Right now, everybody knows that he's hurt. I mean, does it matter if the public knows whether or not he stayed back to... We all assume now he's not practicing against Cleveland. He's not playing against Cleveland. I don't care where he is. I hope he's getting medical treatment and they evaluate him and make their choices. So if he had to stay back, I don't know if that's something that the Vikings need to keep quiet. What's the difference?
I might be wrong, but I thought KOC mentioned that in the presser that he wasn't coming on the trip.
Well, the presser a couple of days ago, remember he said he was unsure about his travel plans. That was 2 days ago.
The one yesterday.
Yesterday he said he was or was not.
He was not traveling.
Okay. Well, then there you go.
There you go.
We're not trapping you, Hawk, so don't say anything.
There you go.
Thank you.
Well, that makes sense. Again, no reason to hide that.
What the hell was that?
That was.
Did you guys hear music?
That was
that
was Corey Feldman just ripping a solo.
Great bit. Great
Better than
bit.
expected.
God, what a disaster that is.
I think he did it on purpose. I read one story with people thinking that maybe he tried to go viral by being so bad, which I like that angle. And anytime I do anything wrong, I want people to say I did it on purpose to go viral.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sauce, you've played that card a couple of times. That's my bit.
That's my bit every time. Every time something crashes and burns. Oh, that was the bit. Yeah, it's got me this far. Right?
Just do an impression of
Don't
yourself.
stop now.
I think that was an impression of himself. Yeah.
That was an impression of myself.
I saw Corey Feldman on a clip on Instagram getting interviewed by Pauly Shore. That is a real sentence, and there's more to it. Hang with me for a second.
In 2024?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think Pauly Shore has a podcast of some kind because Corey Feldman was getting interviewed by him, and he was trying to ask Corey Feldman about being in Stand By Me, but Corey kept saying, "Well, hang on a second though. Hang on, we almost worked together." And Pauly Shore's like,
"Oh yeah,
go on."
I saw this.
And Corey Feldman basically claimed that he was supposed to be Brendan Fraser's role in Encino Man, that he tried out for that role, and he also thought he had Sean Astin's role. So it would have been Brendan Fraser, Corey Feldman, and Pauly Shore in Encino Man. And obviously the world would have never been the same.
No.
Yeah. I don't know if it could have been better than it was, but I could see some ways he might have been a little bit better. I could see that.
Yeah, some artistic choices that Sean Astin probably wouldn't have made.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's the comeback king, that Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's something.
He's the comeback
He's going to
king.
come back from this one.
I don't think so.
That was.
But between Gremlins, Stand By Me, and Goonies, I mean, that's the holy trinity of films.
Yeah.
He's got to have some cash, right?
I think he did.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if he still does. I mean, he's touring with Bizkit. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's had some issues, and he's got a striking face.
Yeah.
As an adult.
Well
Would
said.
you agree? A striking face.
Striking.
Yeah.
Like there's nobody else in the world. Like if he walked through the airport and I saw him, I'd be like, well, that's got to be Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to have a doppelganger somewhere, and I want to see what that person looks like. Because I've never seen anybody look quite like Corey Feldman. Right. You might be right. More of the Power Trip Morning Show. Chris in Cleveland. Mark Parrish is here. This is the Power Trip on the Fan.
The Fan.
The Power Hour begins at 8 a.m. You can watch it at KFAN.com/watch. It's all powered by Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show, as we are spread all over the United States for real this time. Back at the studio, of course, everybody who matters the most, the entire gang is on hand. And I am here in lovely Cleveland, Ohio, where there's a big old lake across the street from us in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And the Minnesota Vikings prepare for team-on-team practice today. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning, Hawk.
Here we are.
Hey,
Here
man.
we are. Looking at maybe some rain locally here for Saturday's game, and an outdoor stadium. Should be a lot of fun. I've never been to this stadium. I can't wait.
So when are you going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I'm going to go later this evening, today.
Oh, tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the cost to get in there?
No idea. Not sure.
I wonder.
No, I don't know. No. Yeah, I'll find out and let you know, but I'm looking forward to it.
Take pictures for me.
Oh, I definitely will. The cool thing is the practices are early in the day, relatively early, and they're not very long. So I'm going to go to the practices and be back here early evening and have all day, or I should say all evening today and all evening tomorrow, so I don't have to get it all done in one day. And I am going to explore it rather deeply. I've wanted to do this for a long time, so exciting stuff.
Awesome.
After, of course, I cover the Vikings like a blanket
Yeah,
for
man.
you.
Yes.
And let
Of course.
everybody know that there's
Duh.
a real reason I'm here along with the team on Wednesday morning.
Yeah. Now, are you
Yeah.
a little bit bummed that you're going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before Dave Matthews gets inducted?
I'm going to go there, and I'm going to pick out a spot for his bust. And he's got a rather sizable bust. Have you seen the
Yeah.
size of that guy's bust?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I thought you meant
It's
his
incredible.
bus, because the bus from Chicago that dumped all that crap onto that boat, that should be in the Rock and
Yeah,
Roll Hall of Fame as
legendary.
memorabilia.
Yeah, that's
dump
pretty
bus.
incredible. I would love to speak with one of the people who got the crap rain down on him. You know,
Oh.
I'd love that. Wouldn't that be great? Could you imagine? Yeah, what a beautiful day, honey. Look at this beautiful trip. Give me a smooch. You've got a turd on your head.
Smells like Dave Matthews.
I've had this taste in my mouth before. What is this?
Poor.
Oh, man, I had a joke. I spent the entire commercial break looking up the filmography of Corey Feldman. 84 Gremlins, 85 Goonies, 86 Stand By Me, 87 The Lost Boys. That's a pretty good 4-year run.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Then License to Drive and Dream a Little Dream. All the Corey's
Yes.
movies
Yeah.
with Haim and Feldman.
Oh, yeah.
Then he did Ninja Turtles. He was the voice of Donatello.
Yeah.
I did not know this, Parrish.
didn't know
My guess is you love this movie. He was a bank robber in Maverick.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I don't remember. I mean,
That's Mel Gibson, right?
Yeah.
and it's a great movie.
Great movie. I don't remember him being in there at all.
Yeah, he must have, had a mask on or something, but I don't remember Corey Feldman robbing a bank in Maverick.
You remember the scene where Mel Gibson gets pulled over in his stagecoach?
Sure, and he throws out a whole
Brilliant.
bunch of anti-Semitic remarks.
Yeah. I didn't know that was in the movie.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yeah, he was Donatello. Good for
I
him.
had no idea. Yeah, and I'm impressed that he's still running with the Michael Jackson look. That he had that in
He's
Dream a
sticking
Little
with it.
Dream. Yeah,
He's
saw
sticking
that
with
on the.
that.
Yeah, he likes that look.
Parrish, I'm a little surprised you have not investigated and done a deep dive into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I never been to Cleveland.
Not a hockey team.
Yeah, not a hockey team. But that is I absolutely want to go because of that. I can't wait to check that place out.
All your hands up.
Hey, Hawk, how much you going to spend on merch?
I put a limit on my my debit card just to make sure that I don't have and the planes are only so big. But I may have some stuff shipped back. Be real careful with that. I don't know.
It's $35 to get in.
I'll take 7.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I would have guessed more. That's not that bad.
You can get
bad.
VIP tickets.
Well,
What does the VIP get you?
Oh, wait, you have to be a resident of the city of Cleveland.
Hey, Hawk, I know you grew up on the Indiana-Ohio border, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the geography of Ohio at all. So how far is Cleveland from where you grew up?
A long ways.
Like the other side of the state?
Yeah, I believe 4.5 hours, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't get to Cleveland almost ever as a kid, or never?
One time, and that's it.
One time.
Yep.
For
one
football,
time.
or what was it for?
Just to visit. Mm-hmm. Yep. Wow. There you go.
So this is your second time in your entire life being in Cleveland, Ohio.
That's exactly
Okay, right on.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, and it's a nice city. I got to tell you, they spend a lot of time making sure there's parks and that the parks look good. There was some sort of protest downtown yesterday. I'm not sure what the hell was going on with that. I think they were protesting the injury to J.J. McCarthy. That's all I could figure.
That's sad.
But again, the hotel literally across the street from the giant lake. And it looks like a vibrant city, and the sun has come up here, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. And the team practices should be a lot of fun today. I would expect that they don't get too heated. I hope not. A lot of respect, obviously, between these squads, and some history with the head coach of Cleveland. So we'll find out exactly how it goes today.
Yeah.
Good measuring stick.
I mean, without McCarthy, does it matter?
I mean,
right? We can't have nice things.
How dare you?
Yeah.
We're not going to talk like that today, Corey. Come on.
Well, look, here's the problem.
Home of the Vikings.
You're trying to be optimistic. You're trying to be hopeful. Didn't we all learn yesterday that we shouldn't ever be hopeful when everybody that is rightfully?
Sounds like you learned that about 3 years old.
Right. I think you've known that for a while.
I've born and raised in Minnesota. I've been a Minnesota fan my entire life. For those of you going, well, maybe we get in there and the doctors look at the knee and say, well, maybe this is the minor one. Are you nuts? This is us.
Yeah.
It's going to be the major one. We're Vikings fans. It's going to be the worst one.
We have to amputate.
Amputate.
Yeah.
Right. It's more likely they amputate than they say, let's just put a Band-Aid on it.
I mean, it's
way more likely.
Can we talk politics?
Way more fun.
No.
Yeah, Royce White.
Yeah.
That's sports and politics.
Was that a sentence?
No. Yeah, I don't know. So, good luck to J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
I mean, it just blows.
Yeah, we'll find out more.
Yeah.
I'll keep you guys up to date if we hear anything more. But they're keeping it close to the vest. I have no idea.
48 hours from now, it could change. I mean, they could say, he'll be back.
Falling for it.
He'll be back by the end of September. When in games he probably wasn't going to play anyway.
Thank you, Sauce. Thank you for having a little bit of positivity. Thank you.
And if he's out for the entire season,
don't say it.
He wasn't going to play anyway.
Yeah, he was. We
You're
were
wrong.
We were talking about how he might have an outside chance of starting week 1 if he plays so well.
Yeah, we were talking about that, but we don't know S word.
You couldn't be more wrong.
And and if he doesn't
Who's
play,
wrong,
and
Zach?
he's not
Everybody's wrong.
About what, Zachary?
This meniscus hasn't even been torn 48 hours, and we're already talking about what's next. We need to pause.
We are not.
And mourn? Pause and mourn?
Yes.
Corey already cremated
and pray.
Yeah, and have one pray.
Have one pray. Say a pray.
Thought and pray.
Mm-hmm.
I've loved the people on Twitter that are like, well, this will give him a chance to learn the playbook.
Oh, my.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Like he wasn't going to learn it quickly either way.
Yeah, pretty sure he's
guy's a winner his whole life.
Sauce,
yes.
Mark Parrish, and Zach, please don't let him poison your neck. Don't let him do that. There's a possibility it's a partial tear. There's a possibility that he's only out for 3 weeks. There's a possibility that this is great. There's a possibility that Sam Darnold is a great quarterback. There's positivity to be had as well. Not just tuning into the Power Trip Morning Show to hear how bad the world is and how the team is dead.
This is the best thing that could have happened.
All right.
Well, no,
there it is. There it is.
No, but
the best thing that could have happened to him.
To Hawk's point, Sam
the best thing that could happen is that Corey have a heart attack right now and have to go home.
I don't want him to have a heart attack, I stole your bit, Zach. The other thing, too, is Sam Darnold has not played with this type of talent. There is that.
You mean like the Niners?
He didn't get to play, though. He never played.
Sure he did.
Oh, my God, Corey,
it was
you
Brock
okay?
Purdy's bit.
No, he got in there.
No, he didn't. Was he their starter?
I think he played a couple. Hang on a second here.
He played a game of Risk against them and kicked their A's. Did
Risk
you know that?
takes
He's good at the game.
forever.
I played once.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's just a long-ass game. That's why Newman and Kramer had to bring it on the subway.
I thought they brought... Oh, sorry. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I thought they brought him in as a backup.
Is there another option?
I thought Brock Purdy was the starter the whole time. Did he lose the job to Purdy?
Last year he played in like the final game of the year, which doesn't matter. That's when they were resting him. But he also played on Christmas Day against Baltimore.
Yeah.
8 for 14, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Well, Purdy was pulled. That's why.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Oh, that was the 4 interception
game? You're right.
Game?
That was the bad game.
So
right.
I'm not trying to argue. I don't know if he was brought in to be their starter. I don't think he ever was like the guy in San Francisco. I thought Purdy had the job the whole time.
I thought he was brought in to be the assistant equipment manager.
I think he might have been.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just saying the sky is darkening, but it hasn't fallen yet. That's what I think.
I like it, Hawk.
We got to wait for the
Stay
surgery.
positive, brother.
You know what? I'm going to stay positive. Thanks.
Let's go through sports when we get back.
Yeah!
Some of it will be JJ
What
McCarthy. There's other stuff going on, though, as well. We'll walk you through that after this Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Legendary comedian and actor Kevin Hart is set to return to Minnesota. You can see his hilarious Acting My Age tour when it comes to the Armory on Friday, February 21st. Tickets are on sale now. You can get the full details at KFAN.com. Make the keyword calendar.
Welcome back. Power Trip Morning Show. I can see you guys now. I had the JO blocker on my computer. I had no idea. I didn't know there was one.
Oh.
There's a little thing on my computer screen that I can slide to the left so you can't see my camera. And then I slide to the right and you can see me. And I'm so glad I've had that thing on the whole time without even knowing it existed.
God knows what you've done.
Can't even imagine
yes.
the show I missed.
Yeah, God does know.
Oh, good point.
The only one.
Yeah, that Black Mirror episode
Oh,
Yeah.
should probably teach all of us to block the camera on your phone or laptop or iPad basically 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I'm back. Bye. And I'm
You know,
back.
camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2.
Which one looks better? Okay, tell me which is better. This one or this one? Number 1, number 2.
I like number 1.
Yeah. I honestly, Doctor, I can't tell any difference at all. I'm blind.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Here we are, the Power Trip Morning Show, your home of Minnesota Vikings football and much, much more, live in lovely Cleveland, Ohio. And I'll be here, of course, and then in this very chair, Paul Allen will be here a little bit later on with some special guests. And as soon as Pete Bursich gets up and has more coffee than anybody ever consumed in the whole wide world.
Really?
More than PA?
Really?
More than Randall McDaniel back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
But Pete's close, huh?
It's got to be close.
Really?
Yeah. Pete's played in this lovely city a few times, so we'll talk to him about that. He's always got stories. You know, Pete's one of those guys, you got to ask him or you never hear the story. So you got to kind of get lucky and ask him the right question, and then you hear things you never thought you'd ever hear before.
Yeah. Pete's the best.
He keeps things close to his vest, and he doesn't assume that you want to know the answers.
Yeah. He's the best.
And then he hits you in the nuts.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he does that.
And then
a
he
lot.
does hit you in the nuts. You always got to be careful about that. Yeah.
Like all great broadcast teams
Yes.
do.
Yep.
Yeah.
They touch
Oh,
you
sure.
when you don't want to be touched.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, well, again, Brett Musburger.
Yep. One of the all-time great touchers. All right, front page sports.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores. Hydrated Holiday. Buy 2, get 1 free. 28-ounce Gatorades, including the exclusive Lightning Blast flavor. You can get all that at Holiday and much, much more.
Hell yeah, man.
They have all of the snacks you need. They have gasoline. They have lottery tickets. They have food out the you-know-what.
Red
and
Bull.
they have Gatorade. Get it all at Holiday this morning. Thanks, Holiday.
Thank you, Holiday.
Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy needs surgery on his right knee with a meniscus tear. We just don't know how bad it is. If it is essentially a complete one and they have to do the full repair, he would be done for the year. If not, it's less than that. So we have no idea. And they basically said there's no way of knowing until they get in there.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to get in there probably pretty quickly.
Hey, get out of there.
Yeah. Don't
Get
do
in
that.
there. So that'll do it for the preseason and probably the first chunk of the season, if not the entire season. So we'll see.
I will. I'll let you know if I hear anything. I'm sure I'm gonna be privy to all the information.
Oh, of course.
Sure, they'll let
Aren't
you
you
know.
the first call?
I'm gonna be second or third call probably.
Yeah.
Is what I figure. But as of right now, everybody's upbeat. Everybody's feeling okay. We're going to let things play out. We're going to figure out what's happening. Nobody's panicking except for Corey.
Oh, I'm just a realist. I've lived here for 44 years. I know how this is going to play out.
You always tell me that the whole thing about things happening in threes is BS. Why isn't continued bad luck as a Minnesota sports fan bad luck BS?
Very true.
Thank you.
Yep.
Did I just put you in a box?
Well, I mean, I think my take's sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to put Zach in a box.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Luck with
No
that. Yeah, you
interest,
got a better.
Come on, Zach.
The Cleveland Browns are hosting the Vikings on Saturday. The Vikings are in Cleveland this week for joint practices. That's why Chris is there. The game is Saturday at 3:25 right here on the Fan. On DraftKings, the Browns are 3.5-point favorites. And, of course, the Vikings snapped a 10-game preseason losing streak last Saturday against Las Vegas.
Yeah. Now I would guess that Sam Darnold won't play in any of the preseason games because he's now the number one starter. You can't risk him getting hurt, or then we're looking at the 2025 draft if he gets hurt. And, but it's they still have Dallas Turner, who's a very good player and should be a great player. The defense has some cool pieces. That'll be fun to watch. We're just looking forward to 3 weeks from Sunday, Hogs, when you're in New York and they play the Giants and open the season. That's when the real test starts happening. As much as we love preseason football, it doesn't really matter. But
what?
Week 1 of the NFL season matters. I didn't say it's not worth watching. I just said it doesn't matter.
Well said.
The Minnesota Twins just kicked 3 kinds of dog crap out of the Kansas City Royals. They beat them 13-3. Zebby Matthews with his Major League Baseball debut. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts. So a solid performance out of the kid. Miranda 3 for 5. Kepler 3 for 5 with a 3-run home run in the 6th. He knocked in 4. So the Twins keep pace with Cleveland, who won 2-1 over the Cubs. The Twins are now just 3.5 games behind Cleveland. That also happens to be the best record in baseball. So the Twins just 3.5 out of the best record in baseball. They have the 6th best record in baseball. But, of course, the Royals are one of the teams chasing the Twins. So that knocks the Royals 2.5 back of Minnesota. Both teams right now would be wild cards, though.
Yeah.
Well, can I ask you a question, Corey Cove?
Go on.
A moment ago, you said that we kicked 3 kinds of dog crap out of whatever team you were saying?
Yeah.
How many can I name? How many can you name? I mean, when we talk about types of dog crap, are we talking about the consistency?
I would say either the breed of the dog, the shape of the movement. There's a lot of different options.
So out of a single breed of dog, you can get different breed of dog crap?
I would say like if a Snoop Dogg crapped, if a French Bulldog crapped, and
so different dogs.
Yeah, different kinds of dogs.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Okay, good, good. Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Really, Sauce? You're not gonna?
No, we're not making those jokes.
You're really going all week without saying you know who would.
So proud of you right now.
So this is normally when we say you know who can name all of the types of craps is Hawk's dad.
Yeah,
but you're not going to do that.
No.
Really?
It's the new me.
Proud of you. A little shocked.
The new you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, if somebody was going to name all the kinds of dog crap.
I could think of somebody, I just don't want to say it.
But you do know somebody.
Oh, yeah.
How many people do you know that could do that?
1.
Speaking of Snoop Dogg, one of his best friends, Dr. Dre, said he is, quote, dead-ass serious about competing in archery at the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics.
Really?
He said he was a member of an archery team when he was in junior high school and has a setup in his backyard and has been basically shooting bow and arrow his entire life. He's serious. He wants to be in the Olympics in 4 years.
That would be sweet.
In junior high, I got 3rd in the 50-yard dash. Could I make the Olympics next year? What does it say? I didn't know he had been in junior high. That's crazy. Wow.
What if he... What does it say about archery if Dr. Dre can make it at whatever age he is? What is it, his mid-50s?
I mean,
if one of the best archers in
60s.
If one of the best archers in the world is in his mid to late 50s or beyond, that doesn't say much for the sport.
Right.
Dr. Dre is 59.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So he'll be 63 when the Olympics roll around.
What country was the shooter for? I can't remember.
The guy that just got
50-year-old, just a cigarette in his mouth, one-handed, and he just destroys everybody.
Epic. Looked like
that was incredible.
It was incredible.
Yeah, he better be on a no-fly list. I'm a little freaked out by that guy.
Yeah.
What if, as Waylon Jennings once said, what if Dr. Dre is a true modern-day Robin Hood? I mean, what if this guy is the second coming of whoever would be good at archery?
Yeah.
It would be unbelievable.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
If he made it truly, not just like Ray Gun made breakdancing for Australia, right? If Dr. Dre's a top 10 archer in the world, I am watching archery in 4 years, right?
Oh,
that will be must-see TV if Dr. Dre is shooting bow and arrow.
Yeah.
What would watch?
Yeah, Rose.
Of course you can, Mark.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Corey. I mean, I'd love to see it. Just because you've been, doing anything since junior high doesn't make you an Olympian.
No, and he says, I didn't say, I don't remember the exact numbers because I read the story yesterday, but it was something like they set up from 77 feet away. He says his setup is like 90 something. So his argument is, I practice from even further away. I'm going to be even more prepared. I would say quickly get it to the right distance and start practicing at the actual distance.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I would
Let me
do.
ask you guys a question.
Go ahead, Steve.
By his logic, I should be a porn star. Because since junior high, I have been
before that.
watching porn.
Hang on, isn't the better analogy how you think you could be a professional bowler?
Yeah, good
That's
point.
true. That is a great. Yeah, I did bowl way before junior high. I think I probably went bowling like in third grade. I'm a guess.
Why isn't bowling an Olympic sport?
That's a great point. It should be.
That would be sick. I'd watch Olympic bowling.
Get the you don't know who I am guy.
Yeah, what was his name? Pete Weber?
Yeah.
Get Pete Weber out there.
Can I ask you a question, guys?
Yeah.
Do you think this morning Wayne Larrivee walked into somebody's broadcast area, said something I couldn't hear, and then farted and then turned around and walked out? Because that's what the voice of the Vikings just did to me in my little room here. He just walked in, said something to me even though I had my headphones on and couldn't hear him, and then audibly farted and then walked out and went someplace else, and he's wearing a headband. Do you think Wayne Larrivee's doing that right now?
Is he going to the hot tub?
Headband. I like it.
I'm not sure.
Well, to recap a theme of the last couple of shows of the Power Trip Morning Show, can you just imagine explaining that this was an abnormal experience with Paul Allen because the voice of the Vikings walked into a room, didn't touch you,
correct,
and leave, and that seemed odd.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Well said.
That was the weirdest thing of what you just said is he didn't fart on you and then tickle you. Which is what I would have bet all my money on.
Yeah, but Kevin O'Connell did that earlier.
What really matters is next. Chris is in Cleveland. Mark Parrish is here. Rosie in about an hour. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.
Heavy metal legends Metallica are set to hit the U.S. Bank Stadium stage this weekend on their M72 tour. With different set lists and openers each night, you won't want to miss out on their electric In the Round show. Tickets are still available. We've got your last chance to win now. Caller 11, 1-800-320-5326 will win your way in with a pair of Lower Bowl tickets to Sunday's show. Good luck.
Show. And thank you, Zach, for wishing us good luck. We appreciate that. I think Minnesotans waking up this morning feel like they could use a little good luck. It's the Power Trip Morning Show, live spread all over the United States. As I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, the rest of the folks back in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. We have the lovely and talented Mark Parrish in studio there. The dude, Mark Duevel, will be coming in just a few moments to, in fact, keep an eye on your phone there, Zach. He could be texting you any moment to help us with our Duel of the Decades today. You guys may remember the dude, former employee of the Fan, who has his Mount Rushmore podcast. And this week's topic is a music topic, and I think it's very interesting. So we'll talk to him about that in just a bit. But, of course, keeping an update on everything going on with J.J. McCarthy here as we are getting ready for joint practices with the Cleveland Browns.
Sauce, didn't you have joint practice in high school?
Yeah, I'm not very good at it.
At rolling them?
But there is there's like a machine that you can get, like where you put it on the top, you put the paper through it like an old copy machine, and then you just roll it through. That's a good way to do it. I don't know how to do it very well.
Snoop Dogg's got a guy on his staff that travels with him that just rolls his joints.
Yeah. He makes $100,000 a year doing it.
Well, it should be more than that. Snoop was making $500,000 a day promoting the Olympics. You got to think your joint roller gets a bump, an Olympic bump.
Yeah.
I'm sure he takes a bump if he wants.
I'm sure that's available.
But I'll tell you this, Snoop Dogg could roll his own damn joints. So I would say $100,000 to do something like, I could wipe my own butt. If I pay you $100,000 a year to wipe my butt, you should say that's pretty good of you to do that.
But what if the person you're paying is the best butt wiper on the planet? If this guy is the best...
Zach is already employed.
The best joint roller of all time... Wait, Snoop's not paying an amateur. This has got to be the Joey Chestnut of joint rollers.
That's a great point.
Right?
I wonder if like he rolled one for Snoop, and Snoop was like, "Son of a bitch, dude." I mean,
yeah,
wow.
You are special.
You're on the payroll.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Looking for a job?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, let's do what really matters. I'll do scores and stats around the world of sports and in between. Chris is going to change your life all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. He'll tell you a fact that is more interesting than what I'm going to say. That I can promise you. The NBA schedule comes out tomorrow. We've already heard about the Christmas Day games.
Yeah.
We already heard that the Wolves are part of the nationally televised doubleheader that kick off the season. But yesterday they unveiled the Emirates NBA Cup schedule. And Saucy, I think our schedule is looking pretty good.
Yeah,
this is not that bad. The Wolves are at Portland November 12th, at the Kings November 15th. We can beat them. Home against Houston, on November 26th. And then a semi-hard one against the Clippers on November 29th. So if we want to win that cup, Portland, Kings, Rockets,
easy.
Clippers. We can do this.
Yeah, we call that light work.
And then the semifinals and the finals yet again in Las Vegas in the middle of December.
Hawk, are you and Parrish going?
We can't. We're busy that day.
Yeah, that's our hockey season.
Yeah, that's we're busy breaking down the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah.
So if the Timberwolves make the semifinals, if they make the Vegas tournament, you're not going?
We should go.
No, we can't. We're going to be in Amsterdam investigating hookers.
Wow, your mic's on.
But what really matters is this.
Guys, I've got some information for you about meniscus. Would you like to know more information about a meniscus?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'd love to. Good bit, Hog.
Thank you. The meniscus is the thin, fragile tissue between the knee joint and the other knee joint. It acts as a cushion and a shock absorber, and is crucial to keeping the joint stable. It also helps more evenly distribute body weight across the knee. Without the meniscus, the joints and bones would push and rub together, causing regular wear and tear and inevitable damage. And that's where, arthritis comes in the knee.
Yep.
A torn meniscus can be very painful and often requires medical care. The injury can occur when a person undertakes strenuous twisting involving the knee, especially during sports.
Did you tear yours?
Yes.
Or was it your ACL?
ACL 4 times, meniscus once.
Jeepers.
You tore it once trying to out-rebound Superstar.
I almost had
that happens. Yeah, I bet.
I almost had him. I touched his shoulder. That's how high I got.
Oh, wow.
For the record, that was Mike Morris, not Billy Graham.
No.
That's a different kind of basketball game, I bet. My turn again?
Sure.
Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors said he has, quote, no doubt he'll play against the Vikings week 1. Now, he sprained his ankle a couple days ago. The Giants are saying it's a minor ankle sprain.
Yeah.
The 6th overall pick says he has no doubt he will play week 1 against the Vikings.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that team's very good. I think that is going to be out of the first 7 games they play, that is going to be the easiest because the next 6 are very tough. But, the Giants are going to be picking in the top 10 again. That's a bad football team.
But what really matters is this.
There are several signs that you've torn your meniscus. The most common and obvious, severe pain in the area of the knee, especially when moving and extending the knee. Some people may notice mild to severe swelling, stiffness, or difficulty walking, and an inability to move the knee through its range of motion. The knee also might pop or lock in place. That would be bad. Have you ever torn your meniscus, Mark Parrish?
No. I've strained some MCLs. I've done some ligaments. Luckily, I never tore my meniscus.
You ever pop and lock?
Should try
he has popped and locked.
Duh.
Who hasn't?
Yeah.
You remember
PA's
Pop
popping
Rocks?
and locking.
He probably is because he walked out here in a hurry. He forgot to do his morning regimen.
He pooped his pants.
Did you just say something about Pop Rocks?
Yeah, you guys remember Pop Rocks?
Oh, absolutely.
So good,
Yes.
Are they really?
Love
they're still
those
around.
things.
right? Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Still make
I
them.
don't think I've seen them at
You
Holiday.
can buy a variety pack for $40 on Amazon. You should buy that, Hawk.
Yeah, I saw them at the giant yellow candy store a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that place still a
been
thing?
down there.
I thought they
yeah.
were moving.
Aren't they moving it?
I don't know, but it's still there.
It's still there.
Still gigantic.
Yeah, I think they're moving it and making it bigger or something.
Oh, boy. Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Hey, there's the dude.
Hey, there's the dude.
There we go.
He's here.
Man. What's up, my brother?
The dude. Parrish, the dude.
The dude.
Sportico released NFL valuations for franchises, and for the first time, we have a team worth over $10 billion. That's the Dallas Cowboys. $10.32 billion, according to Sportico.
Oof.
Who's second? If you saw it, don't guess.
Oh, good question.
Who's second? If the Cowboys are number one, second most valuable franchise in the NFL, according to Sportico.
Well, could it be L.A.?
The Niners?
Niners are fifth. The Los Angeles Rams specifically are second at $7.79 billion.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's interesting, though, is Chris's logic was correct, right? You go to New York or L.A., right?
Yeah.
Dallas is number one. L.A. is number two with the Rams at 7.79. Then you go back to New York for the Giants at 7.65. I would think, all right, well, the Jets and Chargers should be pretty close behind. But then it goes Patriots fourth, Niners fifth.
Where's our squad?
Well, the Packers are dead last.
That's sad.
The 32 teams combined for $190 billion.
Man, what a great sport.
Yeah, what did Jerry Jones pay to buy the Cowboys way back when?
Probably like $50 million or less.
Right? Like, holy return.
Some small number. When did he buy them? Late 80s?
Yeah.
1911.
1911.
I bet it's like
he
50.
paid $140 million in 1989.
Okay.
Yeah. Still.
That's a pretty good ROI.
Yeah.
You know? But what really matters is this.
Last one. It says here with a torn meniscus, even with the surgery to repair it, 6 to 8 week recovery period.
Wait, say that again?
6 to 8 week recovery period from torn meniscus surgery is what it says here.
Okay.
But I don't know if that means partial tear or complete tear.
That's the partial, because I think everybody's
partial.
saying if it's the full repair, he's done for the entire year.
Yeah.
Well, I prefer to think it's partial.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like what I'm sporting right now. Just a halfie.
Aren't you in public?
No, I'm in a room by myself.
No, but... okay. Sorry. I don't understand the concept of things.
Where do you think he is?
I thought he was like in his hotel room, and then he said he was in like a area.
I'm in a conference room.
In an area.
Yeah, in an area. But I'm not outside on a street, broadcasting from the corner. The dude works on a corner.
Yeah,
and he's
the dude
with us
hammered
next.
himself at Alcatraz, right?
Sure did, yep. He loves that you bring
that
it up.
That is a filthy story.
It's not untrue, though. But if people
It's
haven't
not
listened-
untrue. Damn proud of it.
The dude
Damn
is
it.
here. We'll do Duel of the Decades after this. Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.
From playlists to stages around the world, Creed took the post-grunge genre by storm, and now they're heading to Treasure Island Resort and Casino to hit the stage. Join the Power Trip Zach Halverson and Marty Gellner for a Creed pre-show party in Parlay at Treasure Island from 3 to 4:30 on August 17th. We'll be giving away seat upgrades and Michelob Ultra Zone passes, plus KFAN swag. For more details, head over to KFAN.com, make the keyword calendar.
Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show, live from Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Chris Hockey, and we get ready for joint practices versus the Cleveland Browns. With the rest of the guys back in the main studio in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. It's going to rain there today, guys. Did I read that? Did I hear that correctly?
I think late, though.
Yeah.
I believe overnight it's supposed to rain. I think the south side, Belinda Jensen last night was saying the south side of the state's supposed to get rain, I think, most of the day or a part of the day, but the Twin Cities is going to be mostly dry until tonight.
Mainly after 4 p.m. is what they are saying.
Right on. All right, so mostly cloudy and like 80 today.
Yeah.
That's
PAs,
too
it look
hot.
nice out there? Is the sun shining? Nice and breezy out here in
I thought he
Cleveland,
said
Ohio.
nice and greasy.
It's nice and greasy as well. That's exactly right. Yeah. PA's in here preparing for his show. He'll be live in the same area from 9 to noon, breaking down the J.J. McCarthy situation. And we'll get you more information as we know more. But as of right now, everything that has been reported is basically, that he's not with us. He's going to have some sort of surgery. They'll know the extent of the damage once they get in there, and et cetera. So that's your breakdown. Something about dingleberries as well, apparently. Yeah. Isn't he the backup center for the squad right now? Wrong guy? I'm not good with names.
I believe that's the guy that's performing the surgery on J.J. McCarthy.
The Dr. Dingleberry is his name? Wow. I had no idea. Wow,
I don't think he's a doctor. I think his first name is Dingle, his last name is Berry, but he doesn't have a PhD.
Well, why would they let him do the surgery?
How about all the people?
Speaking of dingleberries, the dude's here.
There is the dude. Hi, Mark. How are you?
What up, fellas?
The dude.
Good to see you.
You have a podcast. That's why you were on here a couple of months ago, right? A Mount Rushmore, where you guys debate your top 4 things or so on and so forth. But I guess this week is a music theme, which fits this segment perfectly.
Yeah, I told Hawk about it, and the one that we released yesterday, it's songs that tell a story. So now that's harder than you think when you really start breaking down music and all the artists that you like. Most songs clearly are about a story or are a story or so on and so forth. But to narrow that down to 4, it's tough, man. Yeah. So that's what we came up with yesterday. I told Hawk about it, and he was like, you got to come on and talk about it. I wish we would have had him back on as a guest, because that's what he did, earlier this year. That was concerts that we'd seen. Yeah. And Hawk, he was perfect for that, obviously. So
well, this one's tough, the dude, as you were saying. And again, this is brought to you by Unique Classic Cars, uniqueclassiccars.com. Go on down to Mankato, pick out your classic car, and drive around happy, because there's nothing better than horsepower. I weigh 171 pounds, all of it in my right foot right now. I just love it. Let's go fast. Thank you, Unique Classic Cars, uniqueclassiccars.com. But this is tough because there's so many songs that I love that tell a story. So did you guys put any kind of parameters on it as far as does it have to be one consecutive story about one person or one circumstance, or could it be a song like Heart of the Matter that tells basically 3 different stories inside there? Any parameters of any kind, the dude?
Really, no parameters. I mean, just because again, it's your own. That's what makes music so cool. It's personal. So there really shouldn't be many matches when it comes to this. I mean, obviously there could be, but like with me, I'll give you a couple. So like one of mine that I chose was the song "One" by Metallica. Now that's a darker one, because it's a dark topic. Yeah. It's that's not a good thing that song is about. But then I can flip the script, and one of my other picks was Paul Revere by Beastie Boys. And that's a cool story, because the song is about how it's a fictional story about how the Beastie Boys met each other, and it's hilarious.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really? I didn't know that either. I guess I don't know the lyrics to that song.
I thought you were going to end that sentence with when they met Paul Revere.
Yeah, so did I.
And I don't think that timeline works out.
Different Paul Revere.
Oh, a different Paul Revere.
Different guy. Yeah, just a guy who happened to be unfortunately named Paul Revere.
The Beastie Boys, the surviving members of Beastie Boys, were just on Conan's podcast not too long ago. They're interesting dudes.
They are, man. They've seen it all. They've done it all. I mean, look at the era they came through, too. I mean, they changed a lot of things.
That documentary is great if you haven't seen it. Really,
I love those guys.
Me too.
Did Escape, the Pina Colada song, make the list? Because that's a story.
That is a story. It did not make my list.
That's a great one. That is a great song. That's perfect, though. That is a story. I love that story because the guy writes a letter, a classified ad, and said, "I'm looking for some strange. My wife ain't giving it to me no more," right? And then the person who answers his ad happens to be his wife, who's looking for some strange because her husband ain't giving it to her no more. But the fake part about that is they get back together and love each other.
How dumb.
How about another one? The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. That's
perfect. That had to make somebody's list.
Wasn't my pick, but it is talked about quite a bit, and especially with the local ties to it. With it being Superior.
How blunt does the story have to be, or can it be laced in metaphor, or like does a song like Bohemian Rhapsody count as a quote story?
That would count as a story. I mean, again, it's kind of whatever. It's how you hear a song. I mean, it's why it's such a vague one to try to narrow down to 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Edmund Fitzgerald, the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, that's probably like one of the best examples you can give.
I mean, Hurricane by Bob Dylan.
Another one, because it's about the boxer.
Cats in the Cradle.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cats in the Cradle breaks my heart. I can't listen to that song.
It's Space Oddity by David Bowie.
It's the saddest song of all time.
Boy Named Sue.
Fire and Rain.
Boy Named Sue. That's the one I was going to bring up. Now, that is a great story.
Yep.
Rum Shaker, Rex and Effects.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
The story is that really, it's about a guy that all he really wanted to do was zoom, and a boom, boom. That's all he wanted to do. It's a short story, but that was basically
Did he
his
get
thing.
to do it?
Yeah, I was just going to
I'm not going to ruin the ending.
Yeah, come on, man.
Even though he tried to.
Oh, yeah, he sure did.
Parrish, you got any off the top of your head that stick out to you?
I guess the one that stuck out to me right away was Zach Brown Band, Someone I Used to Know.
That's good.
It's obviously a song about someone struggling with addiction.
Yeah, sure.
So that was the other. Otherwise, I've been sitting here trying to think of it. My Lord, you ain't kidding about being vague. I don't know how I would come down to my Final Four if I really kind of took a nosedive into my library. Catalog, excuse me.
Kenny Rogers, The Gambler.
Yeah, that's
good.
It's kind of like you hear the song and you you kind of put together your own music video because of the song. It's so like A Boy Named Sue is so good that way because like when he's describing the fight between the dude Sue and his dad at that bar, the way that he describes it, you listen to it, you just close your eyes, you see it. So that's kind of, I guess, the parameter.
Gotcha.
Just something that makes you see the story. It lays it out in front of you.
Zachary, you were going to say?
Yeah, I mean, the greatest storytelling song of all time is Animals by Nickelback.
Oh, of course. Yeah, how did I miss that one?
You feel like you're parked out by the tracks in that car.
Yeah, for sure.
In the back seat.
Yeah, well, it's the same sort of with Photograph because I feel like I can see that photograph. You know what I mean? Like, I look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. It puts me right in that spot.
Same with Rockstar.
Yeah.
A bathroom you can play baseball in? Yeah. Tell me you don't envision that.
How about the Piano Man?
Great. Well, Billy Joel. Just say Billy Joel.
Yeah, almost all his. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I'm trying to think of who we have. I know you just mentioned Zach Brown, and he's still active, but I'm trying to think of modern storytellers as singers.
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
That's a great one. Yeah. That song about he and his friends throwing up. What is that song?
Like the Over the Castle on the Hill song.
Yeah, that is a great
song.
Good pull. That's a really good one.
Jeremy by Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is specifically
a little dark too, but
specifically to Hawk. Your body is a wonderland.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
You've been saying that a lot.
No longer a guess.
Yeah. Right. I like, it seems to me like the ones that come to mind the most, and this doesn't, because I love to cry, the sadder songs, man. I'm talking about like Bed of Roses by Bon Jovi, where you can see him sitting in that hotel room playing that piano. I love that. That's a heartbreaking song. Tonight by Smashing Pumpkins, where he's talking about, he's talking to somebody. What you don't know until you read the lyrics is that he's talking to himself. He's trying to talk himself into walking out on stage. He's so nervous about being on stage. He has such stage anxiety that he has to give himself a pep talk. I love that idea. It's a story song. You don't know he's talking to himself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't know that either.
I did not.
I did not know that.
How about this for you, Zach? How about Keep On Loving You by REO Speedwagon?
Oh, yeah.
How many times have we felt that way where you know that somebody's bad for you, you know you should leave him, but you just can't do it?
Yep.
Yeah. Another REO.
That's all you got is yup. Come on.
Yeah. Yep.
Another one of the REO Speedwagon classic for me is Roll with the Changes. Yeah. Absolutely love that song.
How about, I don't know, I think Hawk knows this song, and you probably do as well, the dude. But how about Arlo Guthrie's Alice's Restaurant song? That's a whole 19-minute story. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a totally different angle.
Yeah.
You Never Even Called Me By My Name, David Allan Coe, a classic country song.
What?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a very good one, yeah.
Well, and speaking of REO Speedwagon, that was one of Hawk's picks when he was on our podcast for concerts you've seen. Spoiler alert. But it was a really cool story. He told it well.
Thank you. No, yeah, that's it. I mean, I can remember being in that. It was Hare Arena, Dayton, Ohio. Survivor was the opening band. Of course, this is when Eye of the Tiger was enormous, and they had a bunch of hits on the radio back then. There's a story in my great song. But when the lights went out for the first time, I smelled dope for the first time. I was in a giant arena with a bunch of people. But then REO Speedwagon came out, and that was the Wheels Are Touring tour, and they played the entire High Infidelity record. They played I can't even tell you. I thought every concert in the world was going to be like that for the rest of my life. That changed everything for me. Loved that. That's cool.
Zachary, since you mentioned country music, what about Jolene by Dolly Parton?
Ooh. Yeah, good one. Me and Bobby McGee.
Yeah.
God, good one. Willie Nelson, he's clearly going to be in this conversation.
Yeah, old school country, right? You mentioned Cash, obviously, earlier, but old school country was a lot of just storytelling. Now it's a lot of catchphrases, but storytelling was the basis of a lot of it back in the day.
I got to imagine that Bob Dylan made it somewhere in there.
God, yeah. Well, like he said, hurricane. Well, spin a wheel.
Shelter from the Storm. I mean, the whole song is a story.
Anything weather related.
Yeah.
Like it's Raining Men.
Yeah, your ringtone.
Did I say that out
Great
loud?
story.
Yeah, you did say that out loud.
Corey, I don't know how that song ends either. Did you spoil the ending on that one for me, please?
It ends with a segment on Friday.
Yeah.
Again, that's the dude, Mark Duevel. He's got a podcast called Mount Rushmore. What is your Mount Rushmore? Going away from this topic for a second, you mentioned that you guys did a Mount Rushmore of Will Ferrell movies. And you always do 4, obviously, right? So what 4 movies did you come up? Because it seems like a couple to me are obvious, but which 4 do you come up with as Will Ferrell's top 4?
That one I think comes out in a couple weeks, and the obvious one is Step Brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to even. How could anyone debate that?
No.
So to me, that's the gold standard of a Will Ferrell comedy.
Step Brothers is A+. The first Anchorman.
Yeah, that's the one I thought instantly.
Just as good, if it's
that was on
maybe a
mine.
little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, I did a little old school throwback for him, and I did A Night at the Roxbury, just because it's so cheesy and corny that it had to make it for me.
Yeah.
But
Elf has to be in the conversation.
Yeah, I was going to say
Elf's on my
Elf's got
list
to be
too.
up there.
Yeah.
I think those 3 for sure. Step Brothers, Elf, Anchorman. I'm trying to think what the 4th one would be.
Well,
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights. There's going to be people who will climb onto that.
Old school, maybe.
Old school is huge.
The other guys.
Does it have to be a starring Will Ferrell role, or could a movie like Zoolander count?
I would say
Elf.
I don't think Zoolander's a Will Ferrell movie, though. Would you?
Sorry, I was looking.
Listening
Can we
hard.
throw Anchorman into this, too?
Dude, we're forgetting the obvious. Step Brothers is a masterpiece. Step Brothers, for sure.
I was looking.
Yeah.
And I would say almost equivalent to that is the first Anchorman.
I was looking at something. You guys.
Yeah.
Never. Yeah. Did anybody say Blades of Glory?
Nor should they.
Did we?
Oh, God. Blades of Glory is brilliant.
I love Blades of Glory.
So do I.
Yeah, it's
do you
so
really?
good.
Yeah, it's so preposterous.
Yeah,
There's still great lines.
Yeah.
Isn't that with the Napoleon Dynamite?
John
thing?
Heater and,
dude, it's so good.
as
It's
Jimmy
so good.
McElroy,
It's
and
so
then
good.
Will Ferrell as Chaz Michaels.
Will Arnett and Amy Poehler.
Jenna Fisher, Nick Swardson.
Yeah. Yep.
You know
Good
what?
cast.
You know what would be harder for me is giving you 4 Will Ferrell movies that I didn't like.
Well, Holmes and Watson.
That's it. That was the first one that came to mind.
Land of the
You're
Lost
exactly
was
right.
unwatchable.
Terrible.
There's some funny parts. of
F
that
minus.
movie. Come on, there's
God,
some funny parts.
I
of that
hated that movie. What? You looking at the filmography right now, Sauce?
Yeah, I'm looking
That's
at
what
it
I
right
was
now,
trying
Go
to
through.
look up. So I apologize when I said Elf. Let's see here. Daddy's Home. Hawk loved that
Yeah, hard
one.
pass.
What are you talking about? It's a good movie.
Get Hard.
Hard pass. That's an F.
Again, you guys are being too hard on
Eurovision.
Kevin Hart's very funny in that movie.
Eurovision had about 3 funny lines. Definitely not worth
I
watching.
mean, he's not the
bitch.
star, but Barbie. He's in Barbie.
Yeah, but
he's in Lego movie as well.
Yeah,
Right.
one of my favorite, The Campaign. The Campaign is a funny
same thing. A couple of good moments, but not great.
Another.
That's a movie. If you watch it again, you would like more. By the way,
Yeah.
The Campaign is much
the
better than you
Campaign,
remember.
dude, is.
Yeah.
I love Galifianakis.
Daddy's Home 2. Hawk loved that.
Very good.
Semi-Pro.
Semi-Pro's got
great
That's a great one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
The House. That was like the gambling.
Yeah, with Amy Poehler. I saw that once on a plane. That was
I
terrible.
remember that one.
I don't remember that at all.
Bewitched.
Yeah.
Hawk's
Yeah, that's
favorite.
okay.
Holmes and Watson.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
in Superstar in 1999.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? Am I the only one that saw
Starsky
the
Hutch.
dog movie, The Strays? Did anybody else see that?
Oh
besides
yeah,
me?
I just saw that. No, I haven't
think that's
seen
pretty
it. but,
funny.
I just saw it on the list. Strays.
Wait a minute. You just said you saw it, then you said you hadn't seen it.
I saw it on the list. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
okay, got
scrolling
it.
through the
Same
list,
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. Okay.
PA is very disappointed in you right now.
Yeah, he's like, come on, Saucy.
Everybody is. Is he a major part in Hot Rod? I've never seen Hot Rod.
Is he even in Hot Rod?
Yeah, it says he is right here.
As what?
I don't know.
He's the Rod.
I don't remember him in that movie at all. I've seen that like 30 times.
Why
It's
is
a
that
sneaky, funny movie. What
Doesn't
is
look
he in
like
Hot
it, but
Rod?
it's listed on his.
I don't have any recollection of him being in that movie. But whatever. Maybe it was a cut scene or something. I don't know. Or I'm completely blanking on his cameo.
That's right. He was in Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Totally forgot about that.
Stranger Than Fiction.
That was a serious movie.
Yeah.
That was all right. That's a good
Yeah.
movie. Not super funny. Same thing with the movie Everything Must Go is a super depressing movie.
And it says he's a voice in Despicable Me 4.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. obviously.
It was fine. I mean, whatever. They're fine.
Man, mine would be Anchorman, Step Brothers, Blades of Glory, and probably Talladega Nights.
Wow, Blades of Glory makes it.
Oh, it's so good. There's so many funny lines in that movie. Oh, my God.
I think I'd go Elf, Anchorman, Step Brothers, Talladega Nights. I think Talladega's the fourth.
Yeah, I'm
do the same, but Step Brothers are the other guys. Switch that.
Man,
the other guys needs to be more loved in his history.
Agreed. Dude,
So underrated.
the scenes with he and his wife when they're sitting at the table, he's talking about how disgusting she is. Man, that's hilarious.
And Mark Wahlberg just can't believe that he got a girl that pretty.
Yeah.
And then Michael Keaton quotes TLC the entire film, but keeps denying that he knows what they're talking about. That's a great bit. The bit about whether or not a shark could beat a lion, and it depends on if it's in the water or on the land.
Dirty Mike in the Boys.
Dirty Mike in the Boys. There's a lot of great
I've
scenes.
never seen that movie.
Dude, you would love the other guys.
I've never seen it.
It's pretty good.
It
is. It's good.
Desk pop.
Gator no play.
Yeah, the desk pop. I forgot about the desk pop. I had my first desk pop. You don't like, isn't Rob Riggle in that movie, though?
He is, yeah.
Yeah, Sauce does not like Rob Riggle.
No.
You need to get to know a little bit more about him, by the way. Do you know anything about Rob Riggle at all, Saucy?
He went to war, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, man.
fine, but that doesn't mean he makes great films.
Okay.
Every movie he's in, he's terrible. Name a good movie he's in.
The other guys.
How about Step Brothers?
He's terrible in that.
In
He's
Step
pretty
Brothers?
good in Hangover.
I was just going to say Hangover.
How can you make a career out of saying and yelling the same four things over and over again?
I don't know. I think
Radio?
it wails. Woodhawk? That wails.
I don't say that anymore.
A+.
Yeah, A+.
You need more?
You know who's A+ is the dude, Mark Duevel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're A+, and
wow.
your podcast is called... Your podcast is called Rushmore. What's Your Rushmore? And you could hear it on all your podcast services, and we would encourage you to download it and listen today. The dude, you're the best. Thank you for coming in, brother.
Mucho gracias. That's
There he is.
French for thanks.
And that is brought to you by Unique Classic Cars, UniqueClassicCars.com. Go to UniqueClassicCars.com and find your dream car today. And if you got an old car that you're saying, man, somebody needs to make this into a classic for me, Unique Classic Cars can do that for you as well. UniqueClassicCars.com, gentlemen.
Think of somebody listening right now going, Land of the Lost is my favorite Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah, he's in Cleveland.
There are some great spots.
There
really
Cleveland.
are. What's the dude's name from Eastbound and Down?
Danny
McBride.
Powers? Yeah, Danny McBride is somebody
Danny
else.
McBride.
Sauce also hates that guy.
I don't understand the people you hate.
Yeah. You don't like
that
Eastbound
guy.
and Down was
He
spectacular.
doesn't like Danny McBride.
Nah, not really.
And
What
Ben
is Will
Stiller.
Ferrell's name? What is Will Ferrell's name in Eastbound and Down? Ashley something or other? If I recall correctly. That's the best. Even the blooper reel from that show's the best.
He is, hold on. He is...
Ashley, I think is his
Schaefer?
name?
Ashley Schaefer? Or shit?
Something like that. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's funny. Check
He's
it out.
Ashley, Schaefer, you were right. Let the boy watch.
The boy will
Let
watch.
the boy, I feel it down in my plums.
Don't forget Wedding Crashers. Just thought of that one, too.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's one of the better cameos in
Yes.
it.
Exactly.
Yes,
Chaz.
it is.
He's Chaz.
The,
You don't know how close you were.
the funeral crasher.
Oh, so good.
You don't know how close you were to getting numchucked.
Man, I love Will Ferrell.
Thanks, the dude.
Thanks, buddy.
Rosie, in like 30 minutes, Hawk will walk us through the news after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.